chose Morehouse due to the rich culture of the program as well as Atlanta itself, and you can't forget our awesome program director, Dr. Gardner.
I matter and I count here. And so not only do we have an incredible training rotating throughout the city, working with various types of patient populations, but we truly are a family here.
And that's probably my favorite part of the program, are the people that I work with. I love my co-residents, but also I really love the various faculty we have and how their expertise differs and how they kind of all fit together into this puzzle that makes our program run.
Well, welcome everyone, and thank you for coming to celebrate our 2022 graduates. I'd like to introduce Dr. Chinadu Ivanye, our DIO and Associate Dean of Graduate Medical Education, who will give the formal welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Kelsey. Good afternoon, our graduates, faculty, special guests, family members, affiliates. It's with great joy and honor that I welcome you to the 2022 graduation. Please, a round of applause to the class, 2022 class. This class is very unique. This is the only class that witnessed 2 years of pandemic, serving our patient population, staying away from families to make sure our community, our society got what they needed in the most trying time of human lifetime. Thank you. This could not have been possible without the friends, family members, faculty, affiliates, colleagues. So if you're a family member, please, if you're able, could you stand up and be recognized? Thank you, thank you. It takes a village, it takes a team. We have a great team in our family, in our friends, in our faculty, our administrators. These are a group of doctors who are the best among the best. They've been well trained. They are going out to the world to offer compassionate service, research, administration, to lead the creation and advancement of health equity, the Morehouse way. This is a class that we blend with the society. They're going to be shepherds of the society. They're going to be the advocate for the poor, for the underserved, underprivileged. They're going to be the advocate for those who have no access to mental health, who have no access to preventive services. For the graduates, I will say, your best teacher is the patient, and will always be the patient. Always remember, it's an honor and a privilege to serve a patient. Thank you. As you go out as good shepherds, smell like sheep. Be there with your society. Don't isolate yourself from your community. And I would say, congratulations and enjoy the occasion. I'll have Dr. Riba Kelsey, our Assistant Dean for GME, who's going to talk about the occasion for us. Thank you all.
So again, Dr. Ivanye has highlighted the many reasons that this class is indeed a special class. And so we pause for a moment for the occasion to congratulate, to honor, to celebrate, to salute this group of amazing resident and fellow graduates of the Morehouse School of Medicine. So of course we pause to congratulate and to celebrate. We also pause to reflect. For those who may not know, this is last year made 40 years for GME. Our first residency program was accredited in 1981, the Family Medicine Residency Program. And so this year was kind of the first in a new era. So as you look at your programs and you see continuing our legacy as the theme, we want us to remember that we do have a very strong legacy. And so in 1981, when the Family Medicine Residency Program was accredited under the initial program director, Dr. David Satcher, shortly followed by the Public Health and Preventive Medicine residency program in 1986. And that was under the directorship of Dr. Beverly Taylor, who only just recently resigned from that position. So an amazing history there. In 1990, our psychiatry program under the directorship of Dr. Iverson Bell was accredited. In 1991, internal medicine with Dr. James Reed, followed by 1993, the surgery program with Dr. Mark Wheeler as the initial residency program, Walker as the initial residency program director. In 1996, the obstetrics and gynecology residency program under the directorship of Dr. Ronald Patillo, and in 2002, the pediatrics program under the directorship of Dr. Francis Dunstan. So it's important for us to recognize our initial residency program directors, and you see some of them pictured on the front of the program. So the program was intentional. And if you turn to the back, you will see as we step into the next phases of the GME at Morehouse School of Medicine, our two inaugural fellowship directors. So we see Dr. Eccles, Dr. Melvin Eccles, who's the director of our Cardiovascular Fellowship. We see Dr. Foreman, who is the director of our pulmonary and critical care fellowship. And we see also on the back, we don't have Dr. Vinson. Dr. Vinson is, thought would be pictured here. Dr. Vinson is the director of our child and adolescent psychiatry fellowship. So very proud of the foundation that was laid, and very proud of the legacy that will continue as we move into the next decade of GME at Morehouse School of Medicine. And finally, we recommit. So we recommit to the reason that we were founded, the reason that these programs exist, to fill the gap in the community so that we more closely mirror the patients that we care for in each of these specialties. We recommit to doing our best work, as Dr. John Henry Clark would tell us, and we recommit to doing as Dr. Satcher instructs, to say that we need leaders. We need leaders who know enough, who have courage to do enough, and to persevere until the job is done. And our job, as we know, is to lead in the advancement and creation of health equity. So that is the occasion. Enjoy. And we will now have, is Dr. Wimberly with us yet? Okay, not yet. She'll be joining us in just a few minutes. So we will move to the parting words from our Resident Association President, Dr. Timothy Sobunkola, who's not able to be with us today, who's under the weather, but did send a video, parting words.
Hi, welcome to the 27th Morehouse School of Medicine Residency Joint Graduation. My name is Timothy Sobunkola. I'm a third-year internal medicine resident and one of the graduates for this amazing class of 2022. I also serve as the president of the Resident Association. In so doing, I'm tasked with giving a charge to the graduating class today. Unfortunately, I would not be present at the ceremony in person. It is a privilege to be addressing these wonderful physicians today, because every single graduate year have given a lot of themselves to get to this stage of their career or life. Not many people can say that they've completed a residency during the global pandemic that continues to span through multiple years of training. Residency is probably the most challenging phase of training for physicians during their path to becoming independent practitioners of medicine. It often requires having no control of their time, which is one of the most valuable assets. I'm sure most of us can remember one or two events that our loved ones could not make it to, or even the ones that were at the events and had to bow out earlier. In that breath, thanks to all the loved ones who have been there through these times and accepted our standing no's for all invitations and still love us regardless. In similarity with forging of iron, residency sometimes requires being cast in fire and bent into shape, with final products being those present here today. These final products required malleability, adaptability. However, for all graduates, residency has been more than just being cast in fire. It has been even more challenging at these times, given the pandemic. It often feels like being cast in a volcano, but you all have come out shining, stronger, and with a greater sense of purpose. And being able to handle all that, you deserve to be present in this moment. However, I want to leave you all with a couple of thoughts today. The first being, do not let where your journey has gotten you so far make you forget where you started from and where you truly can end up. Because as physicians, we have cared for underrepresented population. There is so much work to be done to bridge the healthcare gap in medicine. And secondly, and finally, your biggest asset is your mind, and your biggest liability is also your mind. Never forget to take care of your own mental health while trying to save lives out there. Do not underestimate the power of awareness and listening to your body. Never be afraid to seek help when you need, and build relationships that feed you and help you grow. Remember these people you went on this journey with, and do not be afraid to rely on the power of many to fight on and continue being great. You cannot help others if you are not physically, mentally, or emotionally in the right place. So strive to put your health first and foremost. It isn't selfish to do this. It is in fact a selfless act in the bigger picture. As the saying goes, he who has health has hope, and he who has hope possesses all. Thanks, and congrats to the class of 2022.
So every year during the residency and fellow graduation, we pause to award some of our people who have done significant work. We all do significant work, but some who have gone above and beyond in a particular year, or who have contributed to GME in a very special way. And so we will now stop to give some of those awards. And we'll start with the Faculty Member of the Year award. This person is board certified in internal medicine, cardiovascular disease, nuclear cardiology, echocardiography, and cardiac CT, and practices at Grady Memorial Hospital and Grady Comprehensive Care in Camp Creek. After completing fellowship training in New Mexico and serving as cardiology faculty, this physician practiced cardiology in Indiana and joined Morehouse School of Medicine as an associate professor in the internal medicine department, cardiovascular disease in 2021. I am proud to announce this award is being given to Dr. Mohammed Al-Kabuyesi. If Dr. Al-Kabuyesi will come forward, is he here? No. Dr. Eccles, would you mind accepting on his behalf? I imagine he is somewhere working and teaching with excellence at this moment. Oh, he's on vacation. Oh, well-deserved rest. Okay, well-deserved. Thank you. And for our Resident of the Year award, Dr. Fong Nguyen. Dr. Nguyen is a third-year postgraduate resident in internal medicine at Morehouse School of Medicine and a proud first-generation college student. She graduated from the University of Florida College of Medicine with the honors in research distinction and was a scholar in the Ronald E. McNair Achievement Program. Currently, she is a Gates Millennium Scholar, a scholarship that funds 10 years of higher education and is awarded to the top 300 potential leaders in the nation. For her work as a community assistant, Dr. Nguyen was recognized with the Greater Gator Award. Dr. Nguyen. No, thank you.
She's under the weather.
Oh, okay. So Dr. Sharaf is going to accept on her behalf. She too is under the weather and was unable to attend. Thank you. And our next award will be announced by
Kelly Hooper.
So this is the Program Manager of the Year Award. This program manager is the Family Medicine Residency Program Manager at Morehouse. She is from the Metro Atlanta area. She earned a bachelor's degree in education and a master's degree from Georgia State University. Master's degree in school counseling at Albany State University, and then a master's degree from Georgia State University in public administration with a concentration in nonprofit management. She has worked in the education, social services, and nonprofit sectors throughout her career. She is a member of Delta Sigma Theta Incorporated, and she likes to spend her free time reading and traveling. I'm not surprised that she's the Program Manager of the Year. I've made her my unofficial co-chair for our Program Manager Association with GME. Rita Akiote. The next award is for Program Assistant of the Year, Ms. Christy George. She was born in Atlanta, Georgia, and grew up along the Florida Gulf Coast. After graduating from University of Tampa with her bachelor's in public health and wellness, Ms. George ventured into education, working in Clayton County school districts. Last year, she decided to make a career change and pursue her original career goal in healthcare. She is working on her master's in healthcare administration and has transitioned to Morehouse School of Medicine as her current career adventure. She remains active in the community and advocates for youth and education as a member of the Advisory Council Committee for the Clayton County's District Number 7. She looks forward to the opportunities and growth that she will experience at Morehouse School of Medicine. Christy George. Has Dr. Wimberly joined us yet? Oh, hi, Dr. Wimberly. So Dr. Wimberly will now present the Ryan and Reginald Wimberly Humanism in Medicine Award. Dr. Wimberly.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's nice to see everyone. I am here to present the Ryan and Reginald Wimberly Humanism in Medicine Award. And this is an award that was started, I think about maybe 9 years ago now, where the award recipient is a resident physician who exemplifies a commitment of service to the community and has demonstrated that during their time that they've been here at Morehouse School of Medicine in the residency programs. It's quite interesting because what we know is that we attract residents and fellows who already have the mission in their heart. This definitely goes to a resident and or fellow who exemplifies that mission above and beyond what our baseline is. We know our baseline is that you guys are all exceptional in that realm of serving the community, which is one of the reasons why you attended Morehouse School of Medicine for your GME training. But this is someone who goes above and beyond that. And this year's recipient is Dr. Macy McNair. Let me tell you a little bit about Macy as she walks up. Macy is a resident physician at MSM, Family Medicine Program, and Macy was also my medical student as well, and Macy was the president of SGA when she was a medical student here. She graduated magna cum laude from Armstrong State University with a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry and a minor in African American Studies, and then she graduated from MSM with her MD degree in 2019. I'll let you guys read the rest of the great bio that's in there for Macy, but what I'll tell you from personal experience is that when I was DIO at Morehouse School of Medicine, it's quite interesting because residents and fellows, but Macy I knew on a first name basis, and she held several leadership positions throughout GME all 3 years. And so it really warms my heart and my spirit to see that Macy has received this award this year, because I have personally worked alongside her as she has been able to serve the community. So thank you very much. So Macy will get this nice plaque, and she'll also get a $500. She'll also get $500.
Okay, so the next 2 awards will be presented to individuals who have excelled in assisting GME run smoothly, assisting our residents, our faculty achieve their goals. The first award is the Friend of GME Award. The individual is a staff of Grady Environmental Services. The individual works with compassion, dedication, and cares for everybody. This award goes to Miss Annie Jackson. The award comes with a prize of $1,000. The next award is the GME Champion Award. It's the inaugural award. It goes to somebody who has been through all the storm associated with healthcare and survived. From the great storm at Grady to the pandemic. This individual is a patient advocate. He's an advocate for our learners. Under his leadership, we established 3 fellowship programs, expanded our complement, improved the work environment of our learners and faculty. I will urge our graduates, please, before you leave, try to schedule a one-on-one with Dr. Jensen. That will be one of the best times and one of the best education you'll get. He's an advocate of patient safety, high-value care, quality, compassion. Dr. Jensen is always available 24/7 to everybody. I hereby present this award to Dr. Robert Jensen, the CMO of Grady Health System.
So again, congratulations to each of the GME Award recipients. They each were very well deserved, and thank you for your work and your service and commitment to GME. We will now have our congratulatory message to the graduates from Dr. Wimberly, who just very casually mentioned that she was the past DIO. She is an exemplar of DIOs, just so that you all know. But for the guests who are here with us who may not know Dr. Wimberly, she served as a Senior Associate Dean of Graduate Medical Education and the designated institutional official for ACGME, and served with excellence, with compassion, care, and really very large shoes for us to fill as we move into leading the GME office. And so we're very grateful that Dr. Wimberly has joined us today to send a very special congratulatory message to this class. Dr. Wimberly.
All right, graduates, you guys ready? You know, I always joke that, Mr. Booth started the whole tradition of the first Friday of the month. And when I became DIO, I said, Mr. Booth, but they're not done. Because, how many of you guys have to go back to work either today? How many of y'all have to go back today? Okay, good. At least we're making progress. All right. How about tomorrow? Look at there. Next week. Who's finished? Right. So, just one person. Okay. Well, I would ask, and I said, usually graduation is a culmination. And so I just have to let you guys know that I really did advocate for my 15 years for you guys to just be done on June 3rd. But there was this little thing called June 30th, and ending at that time. And they said, sure, they can all be done on June 3rd if they don't want to get a paycheck, right? How many of you guys want to leave today with no paycheck? See, y'all didn't support me. But seriously though, I think probably for this group, we have folks who've been here for 3 years. Who completed a 3-year program? Raise your hand. 4-year, 5-year. Okay. All right. And then our fellows, where are our fellows? The fellows here? Okay. We're our Child and Adolescent Psych Fellows. So this is our first class of Child and Adolescent Psych Fellows. So it's a very special year for us. And then for our Cardiology Fellows, I think this is our 3rd year. Wow. Okay. And so just wanted to let you all know how much we appreciate you for becoming a part of the Morehouse School of Medicine family. It's always an honor to be able to train and to serve, and for residents as well as fellows to really trust their educational journey, even if it's just a piece of it here at Morehouse School of Medicine. I will tell you that the residents and fellows that we attract, as I mentioned earlier, are typically top-notch, who are very service-oriented, very conscientious. And so what I will tell you is that as you continue on your journey in medicine as well as in life, to just always center yourself, always be humble, always remember what you learned in kindergarten, which is be respectful, be nice or kind, and also, which you may not have learned in kindergarten, but to serve your community. And so I'm hopeful that in your journey here through Morehouse School of Medicine's training programs, that we have been able to be an exemplar of community service and what it means to serve not only our patients, but also the community, and to be a leader. I used to always tell residents that, there are in particular such a small percentage of us who are people of color that are also physicians, that it's imperative for all of us to be leaders within our own right, whether or not you hold an official leadership title in an administrative position, or just being a physician leader of the teams that you lead within the hospital and outpatient settings that you serve. I will challenge you all to also ensure that with those leadership roles that you step up and that you make your voice be heard. Oftentimes, especially in the medical community, we remain silent. Silence, it sometimes does mean that you're either supportive of what's going on, and or something that is even worse is that you're ambivalent. And so what I would ask, these times are very difficult. And I would ask that you all just really think about what brought you here, what brought you to this moment, what made you choose your specialties, and always keep that at the center of what you do. Sometimes in medicine, we have to step back, we have to take a break. We have to be able to really reset our priorities and what made us do the things that we're doing. And I pray that you all will always remember that and keep that as your true north of what really brought you into this field and what really will keep you continuing on this journey, no matter what that path may lead you to. So I'm always here as a resource. I'm not at Morehouse School of Medicine anymore, but I still have conversations with lots of residents and fellows, and I'm still connected. I was here for 21 years. So, you know, it has been a huge part of my formative years. So if I can ever be of a resource to you, please do reach out. And congratulations. I'm really proud of you all.
Thank you, Dr. Wimberly. And Dr. Wimberly also didn't mention that this was actually her brainchild to have a joint graduation for all of our residents and now fellows who complete their training. Each of our individual programs have a celebration, but Dr. Wimberly thought that it would be nice for us to take time and thought it was important, in fact, for us to take time to recognize each of you as a group. Some who may not have seen each other since you were in orientation together, some who may see each other casually or periodically in the hospital, but won't have this opportunity again, really, to be together as a group and for us to celebrate you as a group, as a Morehouse community and as a community at large, as you prepare to go out in the world and continue to make your mark and do what's good for our people and for our communities. So thank you too for introducing this wonderful tradition of a joint graduation, Dr. Wimberly. And so now, for the moment we've been waiting for, presentation of our graduates, we will, as we're going to play a video, and as we play it, if the first group of graduates will begin to line up on the side here on the ramp, and then each program will begin to line up behind them as we play the video. This is as you start to move, so this is a very special class. We have 52 graduates, and this year we are graduating our 1,000th GME graduate. So with this group of graduates, we now are at 1,033 resident and fellow graduates from Morehouse School of Medicine. So you all can decide amongst yourselves which one is the 1,000th, but just know that among you is the 1,000th graduate from our GME programs. You can start the video. This was the... The first group of graduates we will bring to the stage are the family medicine graduates, and who are particularly special. All of the residency and fellowship graduates are very special to me, but they're particularly special since I'm their program director. And I've been able to watch them grow and develop and, give selflessly to their patients and to each other and to our community as they do their work at large. And I'm very proud for the work that they will do as they graduate and go out and are excellent family physicians in the places where they will go. And so I will bring them now to the stage. And we will begin with Dr. Uchechukwu Egwu, Family Medicine Primary Care in Atlanta, is where she'll be practicing. And next is Dr. Landon Irving, who will go to the University of North Carolina for a primary care sports medicine fellowship. Dr. Stephen James, who will practice hospital medicine here in the state of Georgia. Dr. Macy McNair, who will remain here in Atlanta as a physician at Grady East Point. Dr. Kelechukwu Egwu, who will remain here at Morehouse School of Medicine for the Public Health and Preventive Medicine residency program in the maternal health track. And Dr. Ashley Peterson, who will be in South Carolina as a primary care physician. Congratulations to the family medicine residents, and I will close in saying two things. One, that Dr. O'Malley, our department chair, who was unable to come, sends her regrets and her congratulations and expresses her sincere pride and extreme pride in this class. I will add also, because we just received final word today, that they each passed their boards on the first attempt. And I'll call now the internal medicine department.
Hi, everybody. I'm Rich Snyder, the Chair of Medicine. Just want to welcome all the guests. Also, I hope all the graduates realize how much we really appreciate everything they've done during their years of training, and really appreciate all the hard work and dedication that you've done, especially during this COVID pandemic. We really take our hats off to you. We're going to introduce to you our program director, Dr. Christine Sharaf.
Thank you so much, Dr. Snyder. I have more residents to keep up with, so I'm going to need for the names to pop up quickly, please, so I can, thank you. So I'm really excited to be here today and really excited to have the opportunity to serve in this role, to serve this resident class, to be able to be a support to the wonderful graduates of 2022. You all are rock stars. I'm so proud of every single one of you. You all are going to go out into the world and do amazing things and hopefully come back to us when you're done with your fellowship training, or if you decide you want to be in academic medicine with us. We're always going to be home. We're really proud of you. We celebrate you today. And without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and introduce our graduates. Our first graduate is Dr. Jennifer Afrani-Sachi, who's going to be doing Yale Hematology Oncology Fellowship in New Haven, Connecticut. I don't really want to put my mask off. Okay. Awesome. Next up, we have Dr. Brianna Ali. Dr. Ali will be an internal medicine hospitalist at Woodbridge, Virginia, and Setara Northern VA Medical Center. Our next graduate is Dr. Kendall Dixon. Dr. Dixon will be an internal medicine hospitalist at East Alabama Medical Center in Auburn, Alabama. Dr. Dixon couldn't be with us today. All right, our next graduate is Dr. Fortunate Ejimone. Best laugh, most contagious laugh. Dr. Ejimone is going to be doing internal medicine nocturnist at Meadows Regional Center in Vidalia, Georgia. Congratulations. All right, next graduate is Dr. Marta Gertig. Dr. Marta Gertig is going to be an internal medicine hospitalist here in Atlanta, Georgia, staying close by. Congratulations. Our next graduate is Dr. Marlene Garcia. Dr. Garcia will be doing internal medicine infectious disease fellowship at HCA Florida Aventura Hospital in Miami, Florida. Congratulations. All right. Our next graduate is Dr. Joy Hester. Dr. Hester will be doing endocrinology fellowship at Emory University here in Atlanta, Georgia. Congratulations. Awesome. Next graduate, Dr. Sarah Holloway. Dr. Holloway will be doing internal medicine hospitalist in South Georgia Medical Center, Valdosta, Georgia. Congratulations. All right. Our next graduate is Dr. Joseph Kevin Igwe, who will be doing internal medicine research fellowship at Stanford University in Palo Alto, California. Congratulations. Next graduate is Dr. Alok Kumar. Dr. Kumar will be doing internal medicine nocturnist at Greater Baltimore Medical Center in Baltimore, Maryland. Congratulations. Dr. Michelle Lee, internal medicine chief resident at Grady. Dr. Lee will be staying with us to be one of our chief residents at Grady Memorial Hospital. We're really excited to have her stay. Congratulations. Our next graduate is Dr. Demetrius Lyles, who will be doing internal medicine nocturnist at Atrium Health in Milledgeville, Georgia. Congratulations, Dr. Lyles. Our next graduate is Dr. Leondis McIver. Dr. McIver couldn't be with us today, but he's going to be doing internal medicine hospitalist at Piedmont Rockdale in Conyers, Georgia. Congratulations, Dr. McIver. Our next graduate is Dr. Crystal Mills. Dr. Mills will also be staying with us this next coming year as an internal medicine chief resident at Grady Memorial Hospital. Congratulations, Dr. Mills. Our next graduate also could not be with us today, Dr. Fong Wen, also known as Rose, and also the resident of the year. We are excited to announce that she'll be an internal medicine and chief resident in quality safety at the Atlanta VA here in Atlanta. Congratulations. You get in the habit of doing it. All right. I had coffee this morning. All right. So the next graduate is Dr. Bao Wen, who will be doing internal medicine hospitalist at Hamilton Medical Center, North Georgia, Dalton, Georgia. Congratulations. All right, our next graduate is Dr. Kingsley Njoku, who will be doing internal medicine hospitalist, staying close by at Emory Grady Memorial Hospital, Atlanta, Georgia. Congratulations. Awesome. So our next graduate is Dr. Shanli Parnia, who will be doing internal medicine hospitalist at Nursing Home Director, Private Practice in Chicago, Illinois. Congratulations, Dr. Parnia. Our next graduate couldn't be with us today. Dr. Parth Patel will be doing internal medicine primary care. Congratulations, Dr. Patel. The next graduate is Dr. Kateria Pintor Jimenez, who will be doing internal medicine chief resident at the Atlanta VA Medical Center. We're really excited to have her stay with us. Congratulations. Our next graduate, unfortunately, also could not be with us, is Dr. Vishali Reddy. She'll be doing internal medicine hospitalist at Emory Johns Creek Hospital here in Atlanta, Georgia. Congratulations, Dr. Reddy. I don't have to walk that way. Just need to make the toll. Our next graduate also could not be with us this afternoon is Dr. Listowel Sarfo Ababio. Dr. Sarfo Ababio will be doing internal medicine hospitalist at Ohio Health Doctors Hospital in Columbus, Ohio. Congratulations, Dr. Sarfo Ababio. Our next graduate is Dr. Manan Shah. He'll be doing internal medicine hematology oncology fellowship at Ohio State University in Ohio, Columbus, Ohio. Congratulations. Our next graduate also couldn't be with us, and obviously you heard the video, the wonderful video and words from Dr. Shobakunla. Dr. Timothy Shobakunla is our next graduate and will be practicing as a hospitalist in internal medicine at South Georgia Medical Center in Valdosta, Georgia. Congratulations, Dr. Shobakunla. Our next graduate also could not be with us today. Dr. Fani Kirti Surapanini is going to be doing internal medicine, obesity medicine fellowship at West Virginia University in Morgantown. Congratulations. Our next graduate is Dr. Ajwa Winful. She'll be practicing as an internal medicine hospitalist, Doctors Hospital of Augusta in Augusta, Georgia. Congratulations. Last but not least, we have Dr. Hadil Zaidan. Dr. Zaidan will be practicing as an internal medicine hospitalist at Grady Memorial Hospital. She'll be staying with us, actually, here in Atlanta, so we're excited to have her stay. Congratulations. If I could really quickly, want to say thank you to the APDs, Dr. Volsi, Dr. Day, Dr. Miller, Dr. Snyder for your support, Dr. Ivani for your support as well. And thank you to our program staff, Ms. Henderson and Ms. Shoto and Dr. McAllister. That's internal medicine. Yeah. So the next graduates that'll be introduced, I'm going to turn over the mic to Dr. Eccles, the Cardiovascular Fellowship Program. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm not Dr. Eccles. You'll be meeting Dr. Eccles shortly. My name is Nikwe Onwanye. I'm the Chief of Cardiology. And I want to take this privilege to thank all family members. I think you all are graduating as well. And I want to wish our graduates a successful career. The Division of Cardiology has a strong leadership team that is led by Dr. Melvin Eccles, Dr. Mohamed Akubeti, who is not here with us today because he's on vacation, and Wendy Wright, our program director. We'll quickly hand over the mic to Dr. Eccles, but also to acknowledge Dr. Snyder, who is our chair and a strong supporter of our cardiovascular program. Dr. Eccles.
All right. Thank you, everyone. So great to be here. We don't have as many fellows graduating, but we are the first, fellowship that actually has been sort of inducted here at Morehouse School of Medicine. So we're very proud of that. And I'm also very proud of these two graduates. It's been amazing to see them sort of grow from baby cardiologists to now, attending cardiologists. Well, actually, they're both going to more fellowship, but I think they're well on their way to becoming one of us. So without further ado, I think we will begin with Dr. Valerie Efoy. He actually is one of the graduates from the Morehouse School of Medicine Internal Medicine Residency Program, and he is actually going on for more fellowship training. He hasn't gotten enough yet to the Advocate Aurora Healthcare St. Luke Medical Center program in Wisconsin for interventional training. And last but not least, one of my other little knuckleheads, Dr. Isha Verma. So both are, I'm really sad to see them go, but both are actually training in further fellowship training. She will be going to Atlantic Health Center, Morris Brown Medical Center in New Jersey for advanced imaging. Again, we would like to thank everyone from GME as well as our program manager, Wendy Wright, our section chief, Dr. Onwanye, and as well as Dr. Snyder for helping us lead an excellent program. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon. We're the obstetrics and gynecology department, the hardest working department in the institution. Because they come after us, you'll see a group of people from the surgery department trying to say otherwise. Don't believe them. But good afternoon, and I want to congratulate, before I start, with our residents, specifically all the residents who have graduated today. As Dr. Snyder said, the last 2.5 years, especially and then for our residents, as part of their 4 years here, have been quite challenging. And I have to say to them and to all of you, thank you for your service, because you have worked very hard on the very difficult circumstances and has performed so well for our community. And I want to thank you for that, and also thank the families, because you had to put up with quite a bit in order to make these residents successful. So I want to thank our faculty and also the staff as well. But without further ado, and so that I don't get into any more trouble, I'd like to call up our program director in obstetrics, Dr. Phillips, to call on the residents. Dr. Phillips?
Good afternoon and congratulations to all the graduates. We have 4 excellent obstetrician gynecologists who are going out into the world to do some great things. So I'll start at the top. Dr. Danielle Morton is not here because she just had a baby. So she will be going she will be staying in the city of Atlanta and doing private practice at Atlanta Women's Specialists. Okay, Dr. Michelle Uzor. Dr. Uzor is our big chief. She is going to be staying in the area. She'll be in Conyers, Georgia at Greystone OB-GYN. All right, our next resident, Dr. Amber Waters. Dr. Waters will be staying in the area at Riverdale at Premier Women's OB-GYN. And last, but certainly not least, Dr. Lynette Wynn. Dr. Lynette Wynn will be going to an FQHC Lone Star family in Conroe, Texas. Thank you to the residents for performing excellent care and surgery on all of our residents, on all of our patients, excuse me. And thank you to our chair, who's always supportive, and the other members of our GME, Dr. Rema Olarawaju, who's the associate program director, our program manager, Kelly, and our program assistant, Elisa. Thank you, GME, as well, for all the support.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, I'm Siobhan Brooks. I'm one of the associate program directors for the Pediatrics residency program. And I welcome each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. We're really excited to celebrate our graduates. And to each and every graduate, thank you for your hard work and your diligence. It did not go unnoticed. I am bringing you remarks on behalf of our interim chair and program director, Dr. Lynn Gardner, as well as the associate program director, Dr. Roger Burko. I also would be remiss if I did not recognize the rest of our administrative team, Dr. Maggie Ridge, who's our chief resident, Anita Albritton, our program manager, as well as Audrey Thomas, our program assistant. And with that, as we reflect on the challenges of these years, we also reflect on the gratitude for these years. So thank you to all the families. Thank you for the support. Thank you to the graduate medical education program in the office, Dr. Yvonne, Dr. Harris, and all who work in that office. Each and every faculty member, each and every staff member, you all worked hard, and we all appreciate that. And again, I gotta thank all of our graduates. And I have to look at my graduates and think about the hard work. I think about being in this auditorium, and we did that compact ceremony, and we had that oath that we all recited. Please remember those words. Remember the times we had together. Remember working side by side together and uplifting one another. And I also would like to say to each one of my graduates, I see you. I'm immensely grateful for the hard work and dedication that you displayed through this time. And I look forward to seeing the excellence that you continue to show on this journey. So with that, we'll start our presentations. And first, Dr. Kelly Curry, who will be practicing general pediatrics in primary care in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Next, Dr. Radala Jaglaw, who will be practicing general pediatrics. Dr. Jessica Livesey, who will be practicing general pediatrics with Weatherby Health. Dr. Anita Moulton, who will be our chief resident for this upcoming year here at Morehouse School of Medicine in our residency program. Dr. Ebony Mullen. She will be practicing general pediatrics and primary care in Clarksville, Tennessee. Dr. Tam Tran, who will be practicing general pediatrics. And Dr. Barbretta Whitaker, who will be practicing primary care or urgent care. So once again, I'll express my gratitude to each and everyone here in the building, but especially to each and every graduate, and in particular, my pediatrics residents. Thank you. And next, we'll have the Psychiatry Residency Program, Dr. Gail Maddox, the chair, as well as the program director, Dr. Deidre Evans-Crosby.
Good afternoon. It certainly is a pleasure to bring greetings from the Department of Psychiatry and Behavioral Sciences. We're very excited about our graduates who, 4 long years, carved out a unique path for themselves and, of course, have fellowship as well. I'm pleased to say that all of our graduates will remain in Georgia, so this is great for the state of Georgia. I wish to now call our program director, Dr. Cosby, for the General Psychiatry program to introduce each of our graduates. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Just want to say, as many have already, congratulations to all of our graduates. We are very proud of each and every one of you, and certainly wish you the best as you embark on your for real careers now, okay? I would like to introduce on stage also Mr. Christopher Goodlow. He is our new program assistant. He joined us in April, so he will be helping us today. I am beyond proud to introduce to you our graduates. Typically this time of year, we take time to reflect on each of their accomplishments and the growth of our program. So as I did that this year and I stopped and thought about it, we were just kind of showing off when we matched them. Like, this is a really good group. The cohort came in as 3 Morehouse School of Medicine graduates, 1 Meharry alum, and they just brought the fire from the minute they walked through the door, quite honestly. When we sat down as a selection committee, we were very confident that with their backgrounds that they could fulfill the mission of the school. We were very confident in their knowledge, their skills, and their personalities, that they would bond closely and be one of the strongest teams that we have ever put out or had the honor of training, and they have not disappointed at all. There are only 3 of them, as you all know, in psychiatry. If you are going into child and adolescent training, you can fast track after the 3rd year. So one of their colleagues did fast track and is in child and adolescent training at Yale. So, and she's not with us physically, but we know if she's watching, she is cheering them on. So without any further ado, let me introduce to you our group. First up is Dr. Ashmir Chima Obuchi. During Ashmir's time with us, she has been phenomenal. She has completed coursework with Emory Psychoanalytic Institute. She is a REACH scholar a program aimed at eliminating addiction disparities in medicine. And Ashmir served as our educational chief resident this year. She will be taking her talents to Emory University for an addiction fellowship. Next up, we have Dr. Christian Jones. Christian is my alum. I went to Meharry, so she is one of my favorites. Following suit with Dr. Jones, she conducted and presented a PSQI project as a 2nd-year resident aimed at resident safety in de-escalating agitated patients. Unfortunately, in the light of the recent shooting in Tulsa, we can see why shooting of 2 physicians in Tulsa, we can see why her project was so important. She has also been a part of the House Staff Emerging Academy Leaders program, which was sponsored by the University of Texas, looking at leadership, underrepresented minorities interested in leadership in academic medicine. Christian served as our clinical chief resident this year. She will be staying on with us and continuing to serve as faculty at MSM, Grady, MHC, and Student Health and Wellness. So, Dr. Jones. And last but certainly not least, Dr. Belanco. Christopher Belanco is a legacy grad in more than one way. His dad walked through and graduated from our program a few moons ago, but I know he is very proud of Chris. His legacy will continue on in that Chris was our inaugural resident on our research track for the department. Over the last 2 years, he boasts 3 publications, 9 presentations, local, national, and an international presentation. Chris will remain on as faculty as well at Morehouse School of Medicine at Grady and Morehouse Healthcare. If you guys can indulge me, I did have just a few parting words. Again, my sincerest thank you to the group for the honor of participating in your training and contributing to the fabulous doctors that you will certainly be. As my friends in education often say, we are, as faculty, we are committed not necessarily to our income, but to the outcomes of our trainees. To our stakeholders, we are, as Dr. Maddox mentioned, we are very proud to present to you our second consecutive group of 100% of our graduates remaining in the state. And this is our first time having 2 of the 3 that will remain on as actual faculty. So we are very proud of that. And then finally, this is a bittersweet graduation for me, as we are proud of our graduates, but it is also the last time that Dr. Maddox will be on the stage with me for this occasion. So it is a bittersweet moment as she approaches her very well-earned retirement after 25 years of service to Morehouse School of Medicine. So. So Dr. Maddox, I would just like to say thank you for being a great mentor. I did residency here, so she's been with me from my very start, way back when. So thank you for being a great mentor, for the ultimate professionalism and leadership that you've shown us. We greatly appreciate it. The residents and I will certainly miss you when we walk into the department, but we'll do our best to honor your legacy. So thank you. And I will turn it over to Dr. Mena for our Child and Adolescent Fellowship graduates.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Nina Mena. I'm the incoming Associate Program Director for the Child and Adolescent Psychiatry Fellowship Program. Unfortunately, Dr. Vincent and Dr. Kasai weren't able to be here today. As Dr. Wimberly alluded earlier, this is a very special day for our Child and Adolescent Psychiatry Fellowship Program, as it is our inaugural commencement, the first time we're graduating fellows. In 2019, Dr. Vincent set out to create a community-based child and adolescent psychiatry fellowship program from the ground up. And boy, did she do that. We now have over 20 community sites and rotations, handpicked for each fellow to have a diverse experience, and they are ready to go off into the community and make an impact. Without supervision, I might add. As of this year, we are also now earned continued accreditation, which is also amazing and exciting. So anyhow, without further ado, I'll welcome our wonderful, brilliant, phenomenal graduates. First, we have Dr. Sharita Carmichael. She will take a little bit of a break before, but she will come back as faculty with Morehouse School of Medicine as well. And next we have Dr. Camille Williams, who is also taking a break right after graduation, but we're coming back as faculty for Morehouse School of Medicine as well. Thank you. That concludes our graduates.
And now we wish to bring up Department of Community Health Preventive Medicine. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon to all of you, and thank you for the opportunity to come and to give our congratulations to our graduate. Want to thank all of the faculty and staff of those in the Community Health and Preventive Medicine Department. As you can see in your program, I'm not Dr. Akintobi, nor am I Dr. Hutchins, but I'm substituting in for them today. I will also mention, I think it has Alex Cross. That was the detective from the movie. My name is Alex Crosby, so just in case, so that you know all that. I definitely want to thank all the faculty and staff, definitely thank Dr. Hutchins as our residency director, Dr. Akintobi as our chair of our department, also Ms. Glenn, who is our program manager, and Ms. Megan Henry, who is our program assistant, Dr. Beverly Taylor, who just recently retired, and I think last year was her last year of doing this, but was still giving me advice today. So thank her also, as well as Ms. Carla Durham Walker, who was our previous residency manager, program manager. Standing in the place of talking about preventive medicine, public health, and general preventive medicine. One of the things about this particular residency that I was joking with one of the other faculty that said that she had the best job at Morehouse School of Medicine. And I countered back to her and said, well, I have the second best. I said, because I think that with public health, that we're relevant regardless of what you're talking about. You can look at what's happening in the news. You can look at what's going on in terms of a pandemic, in terms of what's happening with chronic disease, looking at things like environmental health, or looking at birth defects, or looking at climate change, or looking at what's going on in regards to violence in our communities across the country, that regardless of which topic you're talking about, it's relevant to public health. And so I think that our residents, our graduates, our trainees all have a role to play in what we're doing across the country. And you can even think about the mission of Morehouse School of Medicine in terms of creation and advancement of health equity. That's public health. When you think about health disparities, that's public health too. So I want to thank all of you for being here, talk a little bit about our resident today, and then also wish her the best in terms of congratulations. General Public health and general preventive medicine is one of three specialties in the area of preventive medicine, including occupational medicine and including aerospace medicine. Dr. Victoria Akpala, who is our graduate today, will be going on and staying in the Atlanta area and pursuing some activities in regards to occupational medicine. She is also an MSM graduate, so we also congratulate her for doing that activity and graduating here as an alum of Morehouse School of Medicine. She went on to serve in the U.S. Armed Forces and then came back to do preventive medicine with us. I'll mention one other thing. Thank you for your applause. I'll mention one other thing too, and I see that she is not unique, but she has been a very productive resident in terms of she delivered a daughter today. But I heard that there was a couple of other residents that may have that same productivity as part of their residency. But I'll also mention, and that may also apply to some of the other residents, that she's finishing on time. She delivered the daughter and she's still finishing on time. So give her another round of applause for that aspect, guys. wanted to do one more thing just before I turn it over. I think the surgery folks are following behind us. And I think Dr. Cosby mentioned, and I will mention too, that we've seen quite a bit of tragedy occurring in our country over the past 3 weeks. I mean, it has been going on for quite some time when we look at the violence that's occurring and this mass shootings that have occurred too. So if you would, it has not only affected, just to mention 2 of the events, but it seems like almost every few days we're hearing a little bit more about what's going on in regards to mass violence and, what happened in Buffalo in terms of affecting the African-American community, and then also in Tulsa, what had affected African-American physicians there too. So if just for a moment of silence, that if you would join with me in thinking about those families, but then not just a moment of silence, but also for us to think about what we can do in terms of taking action to try to prevent these kind of things from keeping on occurring over and over and over. Thank you very much, and we'll turn it over to the surgery folks.
Greeting from the Department of Surgery. Dr. Tyndall, I normally reserve this time to set the record straight about the hardest working department, but I'm going to actually talk about the hardest working group of administrators in the department, and that is Dr. Montrika Dansby, Miss Dalmisha Green, and Dr. Johnson. So we appreciate all the hard work that they provide to the Department of Surgery. We also appreciate all of the work from all of the residents, and congratulations to you all. In addition, we definitely have the best chairs in the country, so congratulations to all of the chairs for their outstanding work. One of the things that we have in the Department of Surgery is a candidate that's been phenomenal. And I've had the opportunity to watch her grow and develop throughout the years. I always like to say this is not the end. And this is not the beginning of the end, but the end of the end of the beginning for an outstanding career in surgery in the American Board of Surgery and the Surgery Academy. So congratulations to our outstanding resident. And without further ado, I'll turn over to Dr. Johnson for the presentation. Thank you.
Good afternoon, and thank you, Dr. Childs. I would be remiss not to talk about his support, and we are saddened in the department to see him leave, but congratulate him on being appointed a regional dean. So thank you, Dr. Childs. And for the administration, I cannot echo more strongly the hard work Dr. Dansby and Ms. Green have done. Congratulations, Dr. Kiana Williams. Dr. Williams joined us from the University of North Carolina, and she has been a tremendous resident. She is our sole chief resident this year who led the team during the pandemic through enormous increasing volumes of trauma. She has persevered, and she is an effective and decisive leader who is now joining the ranks of the less than 0.7% of surgeons in the US who are Black women. She will be going on to the University of Michigan, where she will be doing a pediatric critical care fellowship on her way to becoming a pediatric surgeon, of which there are only a handful of African-American pediatric female surgeons. Congratulations, Dr. Williams.
So let us give a round of applause again for our graduates. Such wonderful accomplishments. And again, we know that you all will continue to do excellent work and give us many reasons to be proud of you. And remember to remember us and come back and teach or mentor or, give in the way that you can and will. And we will be so appreciative of that. So we're moved to the next part of our program. We are delighted to have with us Dr. Adrienne Tyndall, who is our dean and the senior vice president of clinical affairs. And he's going to give a charge to the graduates. Thank you, Dr. Tyndall.
Next time, just say Adrian, it'll be fine. And Dr. Childs and Dr. Matthews, when you guys talk about the hardest working departments in Morehouse School of Medicine, I'm just going to tell you it's a toss-up amongst not just two, but all the departments, frankly speaking. So good afternoon, everyone, and it's really terrific to see you, and it's terrific to see all the graduates. I can't tell you how proud I am to be here and part of Morehouse School of Medicine to see this. Now, first of all, I will say that this doesn't happen everywhere. We do not often get an opportunity to see all programs together in one space graduate in the manner in which we've been able to. So I don't know if Dr. Wimberly perhaps has left already, but I do want to thank her for doing this. Because I think it makes this whole program and this occasion very special. Now, I do truly wish that today was your last day and you didn't have to go all the way until June 30th. And perhaps we can make some kind of accommodations in the future. And it might just be we'll have to have graduation on June 30th instead. I don't know. But I will say a few things about, first of all, your journey. Part of my past was not just as a department chair, but also as a program director for many years. And the foundation really of my academic life in medicine has been in training. And throughout the last 25 years or so, I have been in a special privileged position to train a few hundred residents, not just in emergency medicine, but outside of emergency medicine. So I know what it takes to get that work done. And I would like to impose upon all of you, especially graduating residents, to stand and give a standing ovation to your administrative leadership, your program coordinators, all of the people who make this happen. Please do. Because I know as a program director, I cannot get the work done without unbelievable support. It takes a village to do this. And so I think that it's really important to understand how significant this is and the fact that all of you in supporting our programs pour not only your work day, but your heart into it. And I know that you two are really, really proud to see what's happening in terms of our graduates. The second thing I want to say is that we recognize that these last 3 years, potentially the majority of the time you spent in residency, has been during one of the toughest times that we have recorded in modern history when it comes to medicine. And, I, perhaps like you, was very much involved in the first wave, probably the worst wave of the pandemic. And I understand, and we have to understand not only the toll that it took,
but the absolute perseverance that it really took for all of you to get through that moment and those moments. To say that we appreciate you is an understatement. We truly appreciate what you've been able to do and the care that you've been able to give to our patients, and to come out from the other side being able to have all of those wonderful skills intact. And I'm not just talking about your technical skills. I'm talking about your ability to connect and empathize and sympathize and to be there for your patients, to understand that what you went through did not break you, but made you stronger. And we have to be there to support and understand that. To family, it takes a village, and it also took you to get this done. And I know that each of our individual graduates have probably spent a moment thanking you for helping them through all of this. And I got to imagine that you must be so super proud of what not only they've become at this moment, but what they will do and what they will impact. We're entering a whole brave new world, and it's a complicated world. I have to thank Dr. Crosby, not Dr. Cross, for mentioning the issues of the day. This ribbon that I'm actually wearing right now represents everything regarding gun violence. There is a member of our community who was affected by the gun violence in the recent weeks. Dr. Preston in Tulsa, Oklahoma, well known by many of my colleagues. I did have an opportunity to meet him once. This is a really hard time. But what you're about to do in terms of entering the workforce and being on the front lines and supporting the care of so many people, there are a few things I would want you to remember. First, I think, is always remember where you came from. Morehouse School of Medicine. I just happen to think that you received a spectacular experience in an environment that hopefully nurtured and guided you through some of the most difficult times, perhaps, of your life to where you are right now. Number two, don't forget the power that you now have as healthcare providers. The power to impact not only care that you deliver directly, but your power to impact policy, the power to impact how care is delivered, your power to impact the will of the day to do the right thing with regards to some of these issues. And you will find that in your own journey, it won't just be about healthcare delivery directly to patients, but it will be in the future about advocating for your patients. You all took a solemn oath when you graduated, that Hippocratic Oath. And I want to say that in today's world, that Hippocratic Oath means so much more. And I want you to remember that you have been bestowed the power to influence change and to make an impact beyond simply the bedside. You may not understand that power right now, but I know you will in the course of your practice. And when you do, grasp it and use it to make an impact on behalf of your patients. I think it's really important to understand, especially in today's world. The third and the last thing I will say to all of you is that as you go out and you create your practice environment, and you do the things that you've been trained to do, do not lose sight of the passion. Do not lose sight of the why you began this journey in the first place. Extrinsic motivation, money, security, all of that is meaningful. I won't say it's unimportant, but the most powerful force is that intrinsic motivation of why you do what you do every day. Residency was hard. The real world seems like a gift right now, right? Because you're now walking out of one door and the world is different out there. You're going to get more sleep. And there are a lot of other little things that have come along with now no longer being a resident. We understand that. But there will be difficult days ahead. I'm quite sure. I mean, I experienced that 25, 30 years into my career. So you will experience those days. When you do, just remember why you do what you do. Think about the power of intrinsic motivation and how that will propel you against all odds, allow you to crest any barrier, allow you to focus on what you know to do best. And in so doing, I believe that you will continue to carry the traditions, the name, the reputation of Morehouse School of Medicine. Because I know that in the years to come, we will be counting out graduates by the thousands as they too join you to change and to shape our healthcare system. We have a couple of, and for family especially, a couple of sayings that are part of our mission statements and our visions that we tend to sort of throw out a lot. And I'm sure that people know it by heart, because I would say by the fourth or fifth day that I was here, I knew it all by heart. The world needs what we do best. Advancing and creating health equity. These are our missions. The people who are here and you as graduates are part of that mission. You're an extension of that mission. You will change the world by doing what you do best. And in so doing, you will continue to advance the reason Morehouse School of Medicine existed in the first place. Because this place was talking about equity and changing the healthcare system before that was a thing. And what I'm most proud of being part of this institution is we never wavered from our focus. We will continue to do this always. And because of you, I know that Morehouse School of Medicine will continue to do great things. We love you. You're part of an extended family. We wish you the best. I am so proud of where you all are going and what you're going to do. Do not forget about us. Come back and visit. Don't care if you're in Stanford or Yale or Tennessee or Mississippi. I don't care. Come back and find us. See what we're doing in a couple of years. See what our new residents are experiencing. And give them a sense of what the real world is like. And help us prepare them also for the future, as I hope we have done for you. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Tyndall, for that mighty charge. And again, congratulations, graduates. I will, before I call Dr. Ivanye back to the stage to close us out, would like to just give a few words of gratitude. Mr. Harvey, goodness gracious. Harvey Green, I'm so sorry. Mr. Harvey Green, our Senior Vice President of Institutional Advancement. Thank you for being here. Mr. Green regularly supports quietly in the background, GME. Know that I notice you in the way that you kind of watch what we're doing and support us. And I think he might appreciate me saying that when I mentioned to remember us, of course, come spend your time with us, spend your time, certainly presenting, mentoring, seeing what we're doing. Also remember to give back to your institution through your treasure. So we talked about your time, your talent, and your treasure. Is that good? Okay, thank you. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Green, and our family who have supported the graduates. Thank you. We couldn't thank you enough. I know our graduates couldn't thank you enough. You are those supporters that brought them to us, that sent them to us, and we thank you for entrusting your loved ones with us to help them during this phase of their lives and of their training. And we know that you will continue to nurture them as they practice and as they continue to train in the spaces that they go. Thank you to the GME staff. Some of them are not in the auditorium, some of them are out working now, but I would like to thank the GME staff. So Yvonne Gilbert, who's our new institutional program manager, who really hit the ground running and has done a lot of the work in planning for this graduation. Yvonne Jones, we have Jason Griggs, who is around somewhere. There you are. Jason is, so we have Tiffany Burns, who's around, Felicia Underwood, who wasn't able to join us today. And let's see, who am I missing? Tammy, of course, Tammy Samuels. Where's Tammy? We've got Tammy Samuels, Latoya Carter, and we have Latoya Carter, who's new. She is our institutional program manager for Common Spirit initiatives. And we also have with us Amos, where is he? I don't think he's in here either. But another one of our new staff members who is here as part of our Common Spirit partnership. And so really all of this that you see in terms of the slides and the details out front, we are grateful to them that they have worked tirelessly in putting together the graduation and much of the other work behind the scenes that our GME staff does. And so we're very grateful for that. And I'm just going to make 3 very quick announcements. Thank you to Tiffany Burns for texting it to me. So group pictures at the end of the ceremony, we just ask that all the programs will stay for your individual program photographs. There's a photo booth out in the atrium for families to take pictures and for the graduates to take pictures as you leave. And there's food and dessert out under the tent as you exit. Please do enjoy some of the food and dessert that's out in the tent. And finally, for our some of our awardees, Miss Annie, Miss Rita, and Miss Christy, if you would meet out in the atrium also for part 2 of your gift, that's monetary in nature, and a photograph. So those are my announcements, and I'll ask Dr. Ivanye now to bless the stage.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Kelsey. Thank you, everybody. I know I'm standing between food, family time, and entertainment. I understand. I'll be as brief as possible. To our graduates, the next time you visit us, there'll be some changes. Through the Common Spirit Alliance, we're going to have new programs residency programs in California. At home here, new residency program in neurology, fellowship programs in GI, OB maternal fetal, orthopedics. So we are growing. You come back, you're going to meet us stronger and bigger. Okay? It's all because of what you've done. We are in a strong state of accreditation with the ACGME, thanks to all you do. Continue to come back and help us mentor your junior residents. And to the family members, thank you for your support. Johnny Macy's as you travel back. And please join us for entertainment and time in a safe environment. We're going to be outside under the tent. I know it's not too warm, but we have cooling fans too. Thank you, everybody. It's been a pleasure. We had a wonderful time. Thank you to our dean for making time to be here with us, the program directors, all the faculty members, and everybody who has worked so hard to make this a great day. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you for your job.
Right.
Are you calling him? Yeah.
He laughs at her. I hope he didn't leave.
He just out. That's all. It's too much. We already had